Hey guys, Marisa at KitchenTableStamper.com. I just got done doing this adorable little chapstick box on Facebook Live and thought I would do this one for YouTube. Alright, so this fun little chapstick box, okay, it's a little coffee cup. It stands all on its own accord. Look at how cute that is, right? And then inside you'll find, in this case I got a little sugar cookie chapstick. There it is. Alright, so this is the one we're gonna make. Here's a quick little view at this gorgeous little, this one's got a snowflake hot cocoa or snowflake cocoa lip smacker inside. Cute, right? Alright, so this is the one we're gonna make. And let's go through the Stampin' Up! Supplies that you'll need. For this little box, you'll need your Sweetly Stitched and Nothing Sweeter. Nothing Sweeter is a stamp set in the 2018 holiday catalog. Sweetly Stitched is the coordinating framelits. When you buy these two together, you can save 10%. It's still in its debut, so it's got a 10% bundle discount. You'll also need Coffee Cups framelits. This is from the 2018-2019 annual catalog. I used my Mary Cafe, which is a retired set for my lid on these. They're for craft fairs, but there is still Coffee Cafe Stampin' Up! Annual catalog, the lid right there, so you can use either or. Let's see here, what else have I got? My Stampin' pads for this project are Crumb Cake and Old Olive. And I have a sheet of Brights enamels. I just happen to have these. You can use the red rhinestones from the annual catalog instead if you're looking for something current. My cardstock for this project, I have two, and I did these ahead of time. These are the coffee cups cut from Real Red, and we're using the larger, the tall coffee cup from the Coffee Cups framelits. So I just cut two of those ahead of time. I've got a piece of Real Red that's 3 inches by 2 7/8. That's really important. That's going to make our box. We've got a scrap of Night of Navy. That's for die cutting our cup cozy. We've got a scrap of Crumb Cake. That's for stamping and die cutting our little sugar cookie tree. Isn't that adorable? Oh, I'm so in love with the Nothing Sweeter bundle. We need a scrap of Whisper White. I went for a long skinny one because we were going to cut 2 cup lids in a snowflake. And then my Designer Series paper is from Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper. This is from the annual catalog, 2017-2018 annual catalog. All right, so I think we've covered the tools and the consumables. I'm gonna grab the big shot because we got a little bit of die cutting to get done here. Actually, let's stamp first. I'm gonna grab the Stampin' Pierce mat. We'll do some stamping. Let's get going on this project, shall we? Okay, so I've got my Stampin' Pierce mat and my Crumb Cake. I'm gonna stamp the frosting for my sugar cookie in Old Olive. Love that. Then I'm going to stamp my little snowflake image in Crumb Cake. I'm also going to stamp one of the little lids in Crumb Cake on Whisper White. All right, now stamping's done. Let's get the big shot. Okay, I got my big shot all set up for die cutting. And what I've done is I've taken my Sweetly Stitched framelits and I taped together the outline for cutting out the cookie and the stitched piece. So you'll see there's 2 dies, so you can cut out your cookies with or without the little stitched detail. I just taped them together because I want to cut my tree out with that stitched detail. So I'm going to pop that guy in and line up the little stitching around the frosting detail. I can kind of lift and check and make sure everything's all centered. Okay, then I'm going to pop in my Whisper White and I'm going to die cut my little lid. And I'm going to die cut my snowflake. Alright, I'm going to have to run this through a second pass to do my little cup cozy and another lid. So let's get this pass done. Okay, there's the lid for the front of our cup with some details on it. Going to pop this back through again and get another lid. Just a little snowflake. Love that snowflake. So simple, so cute. All right, I need a second lid. This is for the back of the cup, so I'm not gonna worry about stamping the detail. Look at that frosted sugar cookie with that little stitch detail. Is that adorable or what? All right, now let's pop the Night of Navy on there. We're gonna get a little cup cozy. I'm gonna slide that all the way in because we also need one more cup. I cut the first one, the first two cardstock ones for you ahead of time, so you didn't have to watch me do all that die cutting, but we also need a pattern one to finish up the front of our cup. So let's get this through. Okay, so there's our little cup cozy, another lid for the back side of our cup, and the designer series paper for the front side of our cup. All right, let's get this assembled. All right, I've got my Simply Score tool here and my Real Red. And what we're looking for on the Real Red is we want that 2 7/8 inch side. We want it across the top, and we're gonna score at 5/8, at 1 1/4, 1 7/8, and 2 1/2. Then we're gonna rotate and score at 5/8. That's the base of our little chapstick box. Got my bone folder here, and now I'm gonna work each of these score lines. We're gonna burnish them. Okay, so all my score lines have been worked and they're ready to go. So what we'll do now is cut out this smallest little rectangle here from the corner, and then we're gonna cut out up to the intersecting score line each of these little scores, and I like to cut them out like a little dart, just barely at an angle. Just take some of the bulk out, and then I'll cut at a small angle from that first score line there on our glue tab. Now, I'm making a box. I like to put tear and tape adhesive down the glue flap, and then turn over the box and put some tear and tape adhesive on the second tab. Let me show you how that works. So we'll take out any of these little pieces from cutting out the score lines. We're gonna fold, so here's our glue tab. We're gonna fold on the second score, remove the release on the tear and tape, and then fold up on the first square. So you got our box. Now, put the back of the box to us, which is the seam, and we're going to put in the side flaps, down the back flap, and then we'll peel the line around the adhesive and seal up our box. That's it. That's our little chapstick box right there. Simple. You can use this for all kinds of projects. All right. Now we've got the back of the box, which has the seam. We're going to run a strip of adhesive down the back of the box and across the opposite to the front of the box. There's our strong adhesive. Now let's start building our cup over here. We've got the front of our cup and our designer series paper. Let's add some adhesive. You could use snail or multi-purpose liquid here. I'm using my Fast Fuse. I love my Fast Fuse. I'll cry the day I finally run out. Okay, and then we take our little cup cozy, and we want to get that right in front of our cup. Oh, I should get the sample in here so you can see what I'm doing, right? Now, the back of the box is the one with the seam, so we want to be very careful to remove the paper off of the front of our box. And we're going to line this up so the bottom of the cup meets the bottom of the box, and the box is centered right to left behind the cup. See that? And it stands. Now for the back of our box, we're going to do the same thing. Here we'll peel the release, but we're going to take our little plain cup here, make sure that the Inside is in and the outside is out. The bottom of the box, and you want to make sure that as you're looking down, the sides of your cup are lined up. Nothing's off kilter there. My back box needs to go to the right just a little bit. So before I burnish it down, I'm going to check for symmetry there. And burnish it down. There's the back of our box. See? Stands. Cute, right? All right, now a little multi-purpose liquid glue. We're going to run a thin bead of glue right across the rim of the cup. We're going to take the lid that we stamped the details on. Now it's your choice if you put any details on the back of the cup. When I do them for the craft fairs here, I just want to finish the back without a lot of extra steps. So I'm just going to take a plain cup lid and do the same thing on the back, where I take a small little bead of glue and glue the lid on. And again, here you got to make sure that they look right to left, top to bottom, but they look good as you look down over the two of them. So cute. All right, let's get our chapstick. We can put that in there now. Oh, don't you love it? All right, time to embellish. I've got my little cutout tree. We're going to put that on with some dimensionals. So we can go ahead and put a few little dudes on there. I like to kind of cut them up and spread them out so that it really supports the tree. This is going to get handled a little bit. So, if you guys know me, you know I use a lot of adhesive, and I'm okay with that. All right, so there's my tree. We're going to put it so that it's centered on the cup. Cute, right? Now we've got to embellish. Let's get that gorgeous little snowflake that we did, and we'll put some multi-purpose liquid glue on half of it and line it up on our little cookie. So cute. And then the last step, you can take your pick tool and grab either a red rhinestone would be perfect for this. I'm using up some retired enamel shapes. I love these things. There. Looks like a red hot on a Christmas cookie. And there it is. Can you believe how fast and easy that is? All right, so there's our gorgeous little lip balm box. One standing. Cute, huh? All right, if you've got any questions about the project, you can email me, Marisa, at kitchentablestamper.com. You can shop Stampin' Up! 24/7, MarisaAlvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.